Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about what happens when we have the sign of Pisces in our third house. So, if you guys didn't know, I'm a Vedic astrologer, so if you want a Vedic astrology reading with me, then you can go to vincent.thunderwizard.com. All the links are down below in the description, and you can also go here to linktree/Gebo the Shaman for all of my products and services. Okay, so today we're talking about Pisces in the third house. So in order to kind of better understand this placement, we need to understand what the sign of Pisces means and what the third house means. So Pisces, let's talk about Pisces real quick. So Pisces is the sign of spirituality. It's the sign of deep meditation. It's the sign of pilgrimages, traveling to different foreign lands and things like that, to to go on spiritual journeys and things like that. So it's a great way to it's all about spirituality and tapping into the spiritual world and leaving behind the physical world. So yeah, it's all about leaving behind this material world and going into the spiritual. So so that's Pisces. I mean, it has to do with foreign temple, like going on pilgrimages to temples, monasteries, ashrams, things like that. So yeah, holy sites and things like that. That's all what Pisces is about. So then we have the third house. So we have Pisces placed in the third house, which is all about communication. It's all about how you interact with other people, how it's quick communication. It's it's like having a conversation and texting and things like that. It's very friendly communication. So it also has to do with commerce and things like that. But yeah, so the third house is mainly about communication, and this has to do with like your siblings and your your early childhood education and things like that. So yeah, the third house mainly deals with like communication and things like that. This is your communication of your style of communication. So with this placement though, with Pisces here in the third house, you tend to, I would say someone with this placement would tend to like to talk a lot about spirituality, talk about their their experiences with like meditation and things like that. Yeah, Pisces in the third house would be all about communicating around spirituality and things like that. And then the other thing with this placement is like they could be very like they could be people who don't like to talk a lot. They just like to be by themselves. They just like to be alone, things like that. So this is Pisces in the third house. They would because remember, Pisces is all about that separation, that getting away from other people and going into spirituality, diving deep within, things like that. They might talk to themselves, you know, uh, or like things like that, where they kind of just stay to themselves and they have kind of like a dialogue with themselves at times. that might be a trait of this placement. So yeah, basically when we have what we have here, when we have Pisces in the third house, is we have the sign of spirituality in the house of communication. That's how you could think of this. And so, we have, Pisces also has to do with like, it's represented by the fish. So it's, you could be like a guru or something like that. How fish chase other fish, just like the gurus, like disciples or whatever, followers, chase him around and try to get his attention and things like that. So, um, you know, so yeah. So one thing that's important to note is that Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. So, if you have, so one of the first things that I would check in your chart to discover more about this third house of this Pisces in the third house is to check Jupiter's placement, because see where Jupiter's placed, because that'll give you more information. So, for example, if it's in, if Jupiter is in Leo, then you would want to be very expressive, and you would want to be like a spiritual leader, things like that. Some kind of a guru, a monk, do something like that where you're actually teaching people and leading people, things like that. So yeah. And then, so the second thing that we look at when we're looking at, getting more information about this house is what planets are placed here. So what planets are placed in the third house, and seeing what they represent and things like that. And you can also look at the specific nakshatra placements to get a better idea of everything that's going on with that planet. So the other thing is looking at any planetary aspects. So what planets are aspecting this house? What planets are having an influence over it? These are all things that we consider in Vedic astrology. So even if you have an empty house, the one thing that you could look at is Jupiter's placement, because Jupiter rules Pisces. So if you would like an in-depth astrology reading, then you can go to vincent.thunderwizard.com, links down below. And you can also go here to linktree/Gebo the Shaman. Alright guys, and I have all my other products and services available here, like they're listed here. We have things like distance energy healing, where I use the Qigong practices that I teach over here. I use high level Qigong practices combined with Kundalini, or with not Kundalini, Reiki, and with Shamanic practices, Shamanic rituals, and things like that. So I do distance energy healing. I also do support groups. So if you need to talk to somebody about something that's really bothering you, then I'm available for that. I'm here to help you guys. And then we have the career and life coaching packages. So the career coaching package is just a one-time session with me where we discover what your perfect career is based on your soul desire. So, if you're not sure about your path and your purpose in this life, if you're just kind of wandering by, if you're lost, this is a great tool to help you, is by getting that career consultation. And the life coaching. So the life coaching is an ongoing coaching thing, ongoing coaching sessions that you do with me. And in that, I'll teach you everything that I know about, you know, shamanism and everything like that. But also, it's just a good way to get you to you know, get on track with the right your right path and your right purpose. And in that life coaching, since it's an ongoing thing, I will help you to, you know, set goals and accomplish those goals and things like that. So, yeah, you know, I'm here for you guys, and I'm here to help you. So if you want to jump on that, then you can. I also have shamanic ritual magic courses. So, so these use the runes, which are shamanic magical tools, basically, and specific energies and things like that. So it's, you know, it's very powerful stuff. The ritual magic courses that I have right now are I have 3 wealth ritual courses. So the basic one is going to be, you know, at that basic level, and then there's a step up and a step up. But the basic one will help you to just get started. But if you want to go all the way, if you want to implement things like qigong and meditation with your ritual, then I have level 3 for you, which is like $100, so it's not bad. Alright guys, and then we have the emotional awareness course, which basically is a course that helps you become aware of your emotional issues, about your emotions and things like that, because sometimes we can really suppress those, and we can push them down, and so it's, you know, it's important that we acknowledge those emotions and that we actually work towards bringing them up and letting ourselves feel them and process them, and you know, because if not, they just go unfelt, and they just want to be felt, and there's no harm in feeling your emotions. So, or feeling your emotions. So, alright guys, so that does it for me, and we will talk to you next time. Peace.